Hi, I'm JP, and I'm going to be explaining how to use ArenaTV, a new live streaming destination, to restream live streams out to Twitch. It can also simultaneously restream to Facebook and YouTube, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to be focusing on Twitch integration. I'm going to make the following assumptions. First, you already have accounts on both Arena.tv and Twitch TV, and you are logged in to both. 2, you are already familiar with how to use OBS to stream out to either Twitch or Arena. And 3, you can bear with the droning voice of mine for the duration of this video. Number 3 is a joke, and it's also necessary because I made a list, and lists need 3 things because of the rule of 3s. Now let's go. Let's start by opening up OBS, an interface that I hope you're already familiar with. We're going to create a new profile for streaming into Arena TV. And we do this so that it won't affect any of the settings that you already use to stream to Twitch. And this way you can interchangeably stream to Twitch and Arena TV just by swapping out the profiles without them, overriding each other or anything. So we'll do that by clicking on Profile, New, and then type in whatever you want in the name of the profile. And you can uncheck Auto Configuration Wizard too. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to write Arena Demo. And it looks like nothing has changed, but if you pay attention up here at the top left of the screen, there is a profile text field that is now replaced with Arena Demo, or whatever you ended up naming yours as. Now let's go on over to Settings, and you're going to want to go to Stream. So for now, Arena is too new. It doesn't have, even if you click on Show All, it doesn't have an entry in the service list. So we're just going to want to click on Custom. And now we have 2 blank fields that we need to fill up with some information that we are going to get from our Arena TV account settings page. That's why I asked you to make sure that you have an account and are logged into it. Because once we get to Arena TV, we're going to click on our profile picture at the top right, click on My Account. And it might not show up on this page for you right away. You might be on Profile, but in whatever the case is, you're going to want to go to Streams and then My Stream. This is the information that you're going to want to copy and paste over into OBS. So we just click on the little copy icon here for server URL. Let's go back to OBS and copy paste that in. Now we go back to Arena TV, click on the stream key. Just use the copy button here. I'm not going to unhide it because you don't want people to see your stream key in any situation. And just paste that in here. It's going to paste as a protected view, so you don't have to worry about like husbands or kids or strangers who you're streaming to on Discord seeing what your stream key is. Click Apply, and then click on Output. You might already be in simple mode. Most people start out that way, but for the purposes of streaming to Arena TV, we need to go to Advanced and make sure that our keyframe interval is set to 2. That's the only setting that you really need to change, but if you want a higher quality stream and your ISP upload rate can handle it, you can increase the bit rate up to a maximum of 6,000. I'm going to do that now. And depending on your streaming settings, whether you use X264 or you use NVIDIA NVENC, you can change that here too. I don't use NVIDIA NVENC. Most of the time I use QuickSync actually, so I'm going to switch over to QuickSync H264. It changed the keyframe interval again here, so I'm going to change that back to 2. Everything else, aside from bitrate, which I want it to be 6,000, can be the same. Again, this is going to depend on your personal situation and what equipment you have in your machine. So what you can do is if you already stream to Twitch, you can create a copy of that profile and just change the stream settings. Instead of the service being Twitch, you can make it custom, put the server and stream key from Arena TV, and keep the same output that you already use to stream to Twitch, while making sure that your keyframe interval is set to 2. Arena will only take a keyframe interval of 2. Once that's done, we can go back over to Arena TV and go to Restreams. Now we're going to have to give it our Twitch stream key, and we get there by going to Twitch. Hopefully you're already logged in, and you can access your dashboard to get your stream key. To get to the dashboard, you click on your profile picture at the top right, go to Creator Dashboard, go to Settings, and Stream. Like in ArenaTV, you can just copy the primary stream key. You don't need to show it. Don't let anyone see your stream key, not even me. And once you've copied it, go back over to ArenaTV and just paste the stream key that you want to use. Now, I already had it in here because I've used the service before, but in your case, it's going to be blank. So just copy and paste it in and make sure that Enable Restream is checked. Now, once you've given ArenaTV your Twitch stream key and you've input your Arena stream key into OBS, you can technically already begin restreaming. And to do that, we're going to set up your streaming Arena on Arena.tv and start streaming there. Let's go through how to do that right now. In ArenaTV, you're going to want to click on your profile picture once again, and then click on your name. Once you do that, you're going to be taken to your dashboard. It's not going to look like this. I've already customized mine. It might look a little bit more plain for you, but in whatever situation, you're going to want to click on Create an Arena at the top right. You can name this anything. I'm just going to name it Test. Leave everything else the way it is, unless you want to keep it private, which, you know, you may want to, since this is going to be one of your first streams on Arena, I presume, and then click on Create. You'll see now that the button has changed to Preparing Arena. After a little while, your Arena will be live, and you'll see this section here, where you see the hero image, change to a button that says Enter Your Arena, which it just did right now. So click on Enter Your Arena. You're going to be in a new interface here, and you can see that we're now live. Technically, this is a live Arena. Once you've created your Arena on ArenaTV, you can start to stream on OBS. So just go back to OBS and make sure that your profile is set to whatever your Arena profile is, and then hit Start Streaming. I'm going to go back out to Arena.tv here, and I'm going to have it side by side with Twitch, just so that we can monitor whether they both go live at the same time. It might not be exactly at the same time. In fact, it looks like here Twitch went live before Arena did, but that might just be because Arena is having weirdness with displaying my video. As you can see, Arena is receiving the stream. It's already restreaming out to Twitch. I'm going to try changing the view mode from Arena to smooth instead of fast. There you go. So sometimes this happens. Arena has some proprietary and special technology in the back end to reduce latency from glass to glass, and it does that by offering different modes to view the streams in. By default, you view streams in fast mode. So if I change it back, maybe it's settled in. Not yet. Well, after a few seconds, it should be fine. But you can see on Twitch, we are receiving loud and clear, and there's no hitches, no stutters. You can see my face full of pores and pimples and all, and it's running just fine. Now, there's another thing that we can do on Arena here called integrations, or connections, rather. If you go to your account and go to Streams Connects, what you can do here is you can connect your stream in a more deeper level than just by giving your stream key to Arena. This will allow Arena.tv to relay chats between both Arena and Twitch to and from each other. So people who are watching you on Twitch will be able to chat, and people who are watching you on Arena will see the chats coming from people on Twitch, and vice versa. You can change the options. If you want to only relay it one way, you can. And there are other settings that you can modify too. And to get that started, all you have to do is be logged in both to Twitch and Arena, which you should be because we're doing this test right now, and just hit connect. Arena is going to ask you to access your account through a OAuth, and you can just hit authorize. Just make sure that it is your account that it's seeing on Twitch and hit authorize. Once you've connected your account, you should be able to see now that you have an option to configure many things here. This is not on yet. You need to allow Arena to interact with Twitch first, and once you check that, all of the other options will turn green. And you can save changes for now so that we can see how all of that works now between Twitch and Arena. I'm going to exit out of my account so that we go back into the Arena and enter the chat. We already have chat open here on Twitch, but now we can also see chat on Arena. So let's try typing in a test chat here in Arena. I'm going to say hello, and let's see if it shows up over here in Twitch. It does. That's great. It uses your account. Like if you're sending a chat from your primary account on Arena, which I did, it will show up as if it came from your primary account on Twitch, which is pretty darn cool. Now, how does that show up on Arena if you're not using your primary account on Twitch? Right now I'm logged into my main account, which is different from what I'm using right now. It's a little confusing, but essentially it looks like this. So let's type hi from Twitch. And in Arena, you have a little bot here that puts the name of the person from Twitch as well as their message, which is quite sweet. That's pretty awesome. Now, we've talked quite at length about how to get yourself set up restreaming from arena.tv to twitch.tv, but we didn't really talk about why. So let's do that now. And I can think of 3 major reasons. There could be more, but these are the reasons that I might restream. The first and foremost is I want to restream on more than one place at a time. And a lot of people want to do this too. There are several ways to do this without using a Restream service like arena.tv or restream.io. But in most cases, it'll be much more taxing on your computer to have to encode more than one stream destination at a time. I mean, think about it. If you're already using all of your resources on the computer to stream to twitch.tv, why would you split up that resources to also make a new encode to go to a new destination when you can just stream to one destination that takes care of splitting it up for you? And that's what restreaming does. It allows you to put that workload onto someone else, in this case, arena.tv. And this lets you free up precious compute resources on your device that lets it perform at its best. And the second reason is some people, for whatever reason, they're just unlucky, I guess. They don't have the great connection to Twitch that a lot of people do. And in a lot of cases, it's completely out of their hands because the problem lies in poor network routing, which is an ISP level problem. And the proper way to fix this would be for the user to contact their ISP and tell them the problem so that the ISP could fix it on their own in their backend. You know, the settings are outside of the user's hands. Now, while waiting for the ISP to fix it, you could use a restreaming service to completely bypass the ISP's routing to Twitch and instead use the restreaming services, in this case, arena.tv, which would smoothen out the problem. Because by bypassing the ISP's routing, you're using Arena's instead. And usually Arena's routing is top-notch because this is their business. They do this. And the third reason is, it's kind of related to both, it makes your streaming more reliable through redundancy. And while this is extremely, extremely rare, it is possible for a streaming platform to go down in the middle of your stream for whatever reason. Sharks might be eating the undersea network cables. I don't know. If you're multi-streaming to multiple platforms at once, you don't have to worry about one platform going down, unless, of course, it's the one you're restreaming from. So let's hope that ArenaTV never has problems with sharks in the water. I hope this guide helped you get started restreaming with arena.tv. And if it did, let me know. Leave a comment, DM me, I don't know, reach out to me on my blog. Let the people at arena.tv's Discord know that you're restreaming with my help. It's a very exciting brand new frontier for streaming that arena.tv is offering. And I'm very excited to, get started there on my own, but also help bring new people onto the platform as well, because then we can start collaborating and we can start watching each other's streams, and it'll be a much more lively place and it'll be better for it. So thank you guys. Have a good night or day wherever you are, and take care.